I rushed into the house, which only hours ago had been filled with the laughter of my family. The silence made my stomach drop. They were gone. The dread gnawed at me as I moved to the garage, only to find it empty, devoid of Elizabeth's car. Panic surged through my veins. She must have taken them grocery shopping before all hell broke loose. With trembling hands, I reached for my phone to call my wife. I dialed with a sense of urgency, but as I pressed the phone to my ear, I was met with more unsettling silence. My wife's voice, her reassuring presence, was conspicuously absent. It was as if the world had swallowed her whole, leaving behind only unanswered questions. Max, our loyal four-legged companion, sensed my distress. His tail wagged with an empathetic understanding as I muttered, "We need to find them, boy." I grabbed the spare keys to my old truck, my heart racing as the engine roared to life. Max settled in beside me as I navigated the familiar streets, en route to the grocery store. My thoughts raced, picturing Elizabeth and our 3-year-old twin sons, James and Ethan, inside the store, unaware of the rapidly changing world outside. The grocery store appeared on the horizon, its parking lot a chaotic scene. People rushed about, carrying bags of groceries to their cars, others standing in clusters, exchanging hushed conversations. It was evident that they, too, were trying to make sense of the shocking news of the economic collapse. I pulled into the parking lot, my eyes scanning every vehicle, searching for Elizabeth's car. Anxiety welled up inside me, as I realized her car was not among them. Max's sharp bark interrupted my thoughts. He had caught a scent, a familiar scent, that led us to the entrance of the store. With cautious steps, I entered the building, with Max by my side. The grocery store, once a place of mundane errands, was now a hub of uncertainty. People crowded the aisles, their carts piled high with supplies. I made my way through the bustling crowds, my heart pounding with each step, desperate for any sign of my family. Finally, I circled back to the front of the store, where the chaos seemed to intensify. A small group of people had gathered around a bulletin board filled with notes and messages. Desperation and fear were etched on their faces. I approached the message board, my eyes scanning the notes for any mention of my family. It was then that I spotted a small piece of paper, a note that sent a shiver down my spine. It read, "Elizabeth, James, and Ethan are with us. We're heading to a safer place." But the note was signed only with the letter M. My racing heart slowed for a moment. They were safe, that much was clear. But the note offered no clues about where this safer place might be, or even who wrote it. The mysterious note had left me with as many questions as answers. The first question being, who wrote this message? I crumpled the note in my hand, a mixture of relief and frustration washing over me. Max nuzzled against my leg, a silent comfort that reminded me of my next task. I had to find this mysterious M and figure out where they had taken my family. With newfound determination, we headed out to the parking lot once more, but as Max passed a nearby abandoned cart, he suddenly stopped to investigate. He started sniffing at the cart, tail wagging. "Leave it, let's go," I said. But then I saw it. It was undeniably Elizabeth's purse, and it was jammed into the back corner of the cart. I picked it up and looked inside, only to realize her wallet and phone were missing. Anger and confusion gripped me. Why would she leave her purse if she was safe from danger? I headed back to my truck with Max. I needed to get back home to figure out what to do next. But I knew one thing was certain. I would follow any lead and traverse any distance to reunite with Elizabeth and my precious sons. And I knew I would stop at nothing to bring them back home.